Welcome to the Door County Podcast. Thanks for pushing play. Now enjoy the show.
Yes, welcome into the show. This is Kip coming to you on the Door County Podcast in the KBD Apparel and Graphics Studio. If you need any merch or t-shirts or signs or anything for your local business, give us a call or a message. You can find us on Facebook at KBD Apparel. That tourist season's coming up and we can offer you some wholesale pricing on larger orders if you're looking to sell in your store. So hit us up if you need anything like that for your business or any kind of digital graphics or designs as well for social media. On that note, what's up, everybody in Door County and surrounding areas? There's a lot of cool stuff happening this week. We have a great interview with Kyle from the Thirsty Cow Taphouse coming up in a little bit. But first, let's talk about some of the things happening this week. Today would be May 4th, so May the 4th be with you. Tonight, actually, trivia night at the Thirsty Cow Tap House. That's always a good time. Then tomorrow, there's some Atomic Bingo down near Stone Harbor. Third Avenue Playworks has Heroes going on this week on May 6th. There is also at the Holiday Music Motel. There's something going on May 6th. And then Crossroads at Big Creek. This is one of my favorite places to go. You'll be hearing from them pretty soon on this show. Wandering Wednesdays. Any day. It doesn't have to be Wednesday. You get some nice weather this week and just head on down to Crossroads, take a walk. It's awesome down there. It's peaceful. Carlsville Spring Open House. This is downtown Carlsville on May 7th. Love it. I love their sign. Carlsville open year round. That's kind of funny. It's awesome. And then on May 7th, Thirsty Cow Charity Music Bingo. You're going to hear a little bit about that on the interview later today. So that's some things going on this week. Live music at Cherry Lane's Arcade Bar, May 8th. The J Stulo Band. Hopefully I'm not pronouncing that wrong. What else do we got here? Just scrolling through. There's a Blossom Run at Dock Park and Egg Harbor Marina, and Build Your Own Floral Bouquet at Harbor Ridge Winery, and that is May 9th. All kinds of stuff. If you want to find some of this stuff to do, just head on over to the Destination Door County website, and there's something for you to do every day. I mean, literally every day if you want. Now, let's thank the sponsor of this show, DC Life Tech. Technology is life today, and DC Life Tech can help you. Are your emails or data not syncing? Printer not working? Did your device or computer stop working? Don't panic. DC Life Tech can transfer all your data to a new device if that's what you need to do, or they may even be able to fix your old device. It could be something simple. You never know until you bring it in. Also, make sure you follow them on social media. They are also putting out updates on fraud in the area and if there's any certain thing going around because that's happening a lot. Make sure you stop in. You can protect yourself for as little as $99 a month. It's kind of like peace of mind to me. So, DC Life Tech, you can have peace of mind with technology. Be confident, be proactive, and let DC Life Tech help empower your tech journey. They are located in the Fairfield building on the corner of 3rd Avenue and Michigan Street, downtown Sturgeon Bay. Thank you to DC Life Tech. And thank you to everyone listening to this. This podcast is kind of picking up steam pretty fast. We want to grow this community big time and start doing more things with our YouTube channel and all the other stuff with some videos. So if you are a business or know a business that would like to be heard on this podcast, tell them about it. Tell them you heard the podcast. Just give them the information that will be at the end of this episode and tell them to reach out. A lot of cool stuff going on, and summer is about to break here in May. So we have a very good, kind of a lengthy interview with Kyle from the Thirsty Cow. So I'm not going to waste any more time in this interview. In this episode, I want everybody to hear what they all have going on this summer. It sounds like a pretty awesome place to be. Make sure you go find the Thirsty Cow Tap House. Also, on Facebook primarily and other social media so you can keep up with their schedule. I mean, they have two things going on this week that sound fun if you don't have anything else to do, or if it's a little bit chilly outside yet, go join them for some fun. So here is our interview, and our small business spotlight this week is with the Thirsty Cow Taphouse. All right, this week on the Door County podcast, I have Kyle, who is a manager at the Thirsty Cow Taphouse. What's up, Kyle? How's
Hello.
everything going?
Pretty good. How about yourself, Kip?
Not bad. You guys picking up business, I'm guessing, already this time of year?
We're finally starting to pick up. We were just getting over the hump of that slow season. All these other businesses are starting to open up, and I'm excited for it. Yeah, I've been wandering around for too long. I'm ready to start running around instead of wandering around.
That sounds awesome. It's always exciting this time of year for Door County businesses because all of a sudden everybody's ready to go. That nice weather pops. It's where really when you just not only start making money, but you just start enjoying everything and meeting people from all over the place. So let's start with what is so unique about the Thirsty Cow that people might not know about? Actually, Thirsty Cow Tap House, I left out an important word.
To start, we are currently the only self-pour tap house in Door County. The self-pour tap house has been kind of a newer concept that started to pop up. Our owner, Todd, actually was inspired by a place in New Glarus that was another self-pour place. It's called the Dirty Dog. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's a self-pour place in New Glarus that's a little bit more beer focused. When Todd moved up here, he noticed that there wasn't any kind of place similar to that. He had his own ideas for his own spin to put on this kind of place. We actually just had our 3-year anniversary just a few days ago. So now we've officially been here for 3 years, starting to build our own little customer base and stuff. We're getting our fans. I'm starting to see more and more Thirsty Cow swag out in the streets everywhere. So yeah, that's the big thing is the self pour system. That's a new for Door County. He also went a little further with it. Another fun thing about this place is we're very much activities focused. Like one thing you'll notice when you first walk into the Thirsty Cow is you'll see games everywhere. We get all the board games and we just put them on all the tables. We try to make sure every table has at least 1 or 2 board games, different kinds. We just add new board games. We ask, people in the Facebook, hey, is there any board games you guys would like to see? And we can see if we add some. We do weekly, daily events for different days of the week. We do trivia nights on Monday. We do music bingo on Thursdays. So we're adding a whole lot of things. So not only are we, the only self-pour tap house in Door County, I haven't really been to a restaurant where you see a bunch of board games and stuff on the tables for you. So we're doing a lot of fun stuff. We're just trying to keep it active. I think activities is like a huge part of what we like to do around here.
Yeah, it gets the whole family engaged a little bit more. Kids are always on their devices, and that's just how it's going to
Exactly.
be from now on. But if you sit down at a table and be like, hey, what's this? And there's a game that you haven't seen, they're going to jump right into it most of the time. Now you're interacting with your family while you're waiting for your dinner, and all of a sudden it feels like 2 minutes have gone by and your food's ready. And I've been in there a bunch of times, and it's great. Shameless plug. I am a fan of the merch because, you know,
Thank you.
I supply I supply the merch there, and I remember when Todd first came here, and he found me. I don't know if it was on the internet, and I helped him design the logo for the cow and everything. Eh,
Oh, I actually didn't know that. That's actually pretty cool. He didn't yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, yeah, I helped him with all of that, and so I've been there from the beginning, and I did tell him like, make sure you prepare for winter because it is tumbleweeds here for
Yeah.
most businesses. He told me, he's like, you're right. So that's when all these other extra activities like certain nights, and it also helps when the snowmobile trails can be open more because
Right.
that's a big area for snowmobilers to come stop. So I want to go back a little bit. Tell us about the tap or the self pour system and how that works because it's really kind of cool how it works. And if you've been to any kind of resort or water park recently, you're going to be able to figure this system out, but just explain to the people how easy it is.
It's interesting because we do have a part of our job as the people out front is we kind of have to give people a tour through the place for the newcomers. A common thing is people will come in and be immediately like, "What is going on? What is this? What are we doing here?" But then as soon as we show them, it's like, "Oh, that's fun. It's new. It is easier." So it is something that's like on the surface, it seems a little bit more complicated, but in practice, it's actually much easier. So I can get into that more specifically. So basically, what we do is we attach you to a wristband, and we attach your tab to either a wristband or multiple wristbands. So you'll have this wristband, and basically that gets you anything in the bar. You can use that wristband to tap it up against the screen where the taps are. You can pour yourself a drink from there. You can use the wristband at the food station to order yourself some food. And then you don't have to worry about the bill until you turn that wristband back in. So it makes it for like a free-flowing, walk around, order as you please kind of feel. And specifically how the tap wall works is pretty interesting too, because it senses exactly the amount you are pouring in the system. So like when you tap your wristband up against the screen, maybe you just pull it for a split second just to get one little tiny taste of something. It's only going to charge you like that 0.7 of an ounce by the ounce. And so it makes it so that you can try any of the drinks you like, and you don't have to commit to like a full beer price or anything like that. So you can just like have little samples here and there. You can build your own flights. It gives yourself, interactivity. I mean, we even do stuff like we'll mix beers. Like we'll take like a citrusy shandy beer and mix it with like a light creamy beer. And then, now you have something new and a little interesting. And like, it's usually the more seasoned veterans of the cow that end up doing stuff like that, like start, putting a little sour in the margarita or something like that. But it just adds that extra option of fun and that little extra option to, customize your own experience.
That's where I was hoping you were going with that, the wristband thing, and being able to try. How many taps is there still 25?
Correct. It's 25, but we are constantly rotating. We try to keep different taps for different seasons, obviously the more darker beers for the winter time, and then a little bit more lighter stuff, a little bit more fruity, citrusy stuff in the summertime. Trying to keep that balance. On a busy day, it's interesting. Like you might have a whole different tap wall by the end of the day than you do at the start of the day.
That's what I like about it. That's what I was hoping you were going to get to, because I've been there, so I know how it works. Is I am not a beer person. I do not really like beer at all, but there are a few I come across that all of a sudden are like, hey, I could drink this on a hot summer day. And it's not the normal beers. I don't want to put any certain beer down, but it's not the normal typical beers that everybody drinks. It's something a little bit different. Or I'll mention a few, like I like a Spotted Cow once in a while. It's just not a normal beer. Some of the citrusy ones I like. So it's awesome that even not liking beer, I can go in there and I will try as many of them that I think look good to me, and then I'll find something I like. And like, hey, this went good with the burger I had. This one went good with the chicken tenders I had, which, by the way, my kids think those are the best chicken tenders they've ever had. I'm sure the cow is happy about that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, though, for the cow, we do have some pretty good burgers. So.
Oh yeah, let's just
Don't tell Chugs the cow that. Don't tell Chugs the cow. That's all right. That's the name of the mascot.
Oh, so his name is Chugs.
His name is Chugs. Yes, that cow mascot you might have seen around Door County. Just so everyone knows, that is Chugs the cow.
Chugs. I see what you did there. I never did know the name. The name of the cow. I never knew that.
I got to refresh myself on the backstory a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we did like some sort of customer engagement contest to actually name the cow. And I remember the other day someone came in and was like, hey, I'm the girl who named the cow. And we were like, oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. So, that's kind of the origin story for that there. But there was something, I wanted to mention that piggyback off of what you were talking about before, just for being a non-beer drinker. That was something I forgot to mention is, that's something new to this kind of self-pour. I believe that the South pour that Todd was originally inspired by was mainly just beer. But at the Cow, we actually have taps that are cocktails. We have taps that we do ciders. We have taps that are doing seltzers. We're thinking about potentially expanding that a little bit. We've been taking a look at potentially a sangria on the tap wall. Just to spice things up, just to add a little bit of extra something. And that has been really helpful because there's so many people that, and their first question is like, is it just beer? Is it only beer? And then we're like, no, don't worry. We got cocktails, ciders, seltzers, all sorts of good stuff for you.
See, that's awesome. You learn something every day. I mean, sometimes people don't like beer, and I know it's weird living in Wisconsin, but
Yeah,
I tried
exactly.
to get the taste for it forever, and I don't like the taste. I like my old fashions and whatever, rum and cokes and stuff like that. And it sounds like there's going to be some stuff up there for everybody then. So that's important to get out. It's not just for beer drinkers. Obviously, you have, soda and water and all that regular stuff for non-drinkers
Of
because
course.
that's important too. And
Yeah, we even do. We have a decent selection of NA beers as well. So we make sure to get like we really try to cover our bases in terms of we do gluten-free products. Like we make sure we get some like carblesses and a couple gluten-free seltzers on there. We have at least 4 or 5 different NA beers and mocktails and stuff too. So we just want to make sure everyone is enjoying the party. We got Spreckers for the kids. We got juice boxes and little milk boxes for the kids. So like, we just want to make sure that whatever kind of demographic is coming to the Cow, we got something for them. In fact, one of our funny little policies, I guess you could say, kids, anyone who's not old enough to drink, essentially, can get a free ice cream sandwich. So it gives the kids incentive to come because we get a lot of family clientele, like, parents wanting to have a drink and then kids trying to keep busy. So we want to give the kids some incentivization for the Cow as well. Just we want everyone to be happy. We want everyone to have fun.
that's awesome. Free ice cream sandwiches. You can't go wrong there. Get them into back into one of them board games after dinner and an ice cream sandwich and
Oh yeah,
relax for a
exactly.
little bit. So we have a lot of other stuff to talk about and events and stuff like that and the outdoors, but I do want to jump into one or two of these burgers that I want you to tell everybody
Yes.
about, like the one with the cheese curds on it. And then I don't remember the names, but there's two of them that are my go-to. One of them is the cheese curd one, and I can't remember what the other one is. It's probably
Yeah.
your two most
So I
popular, would be my guess.
Okay, so we have 3 specialty burgers. It's tough for me to say. I'm sure, well, definitely the cheese curd burger. That is going to be the whiteout,
Yep, that's
which
it.
it is a cheeseburger with cheese curds. And then what we do is we also throw some ranch dressing over the top of that. Which when I first came there, I was originally like, interesting, ranch dressing on a burger, huh? Okay. But on that particular burger with cheese curds and the cheese on the burger and all that good stuff, it really all comes together. And that is probably our top most popular burger, but we got 2 contenders for second place. One is a bit polarizing. It's definitely worth a try if you haven't tried it. Is our Hangover Burger? I'm not sure if that's the one that you liked or if it was the other one, but we'll see. I guess we'll see when I show you which one's which. I guess, but the Hangover is bacon and eggs, but also peanut butter and a jam on there.
That one I have not had, but I would
You've
try
not
that.
had that one?
Nope, but it must be the other one, but I would definitely try that because you'd be surprised what peanut butter goes good with.
Exactly. Yeah. I had heard of like the peanut butter burger before. I had tried peanut butter on a burger before, and I was like, okay, that's pretty good. But the combination of also like that breakfast burger, bacon and eggs with that, I was like, interesting. And then when I tried it for the first time, it's funny. I actually ordered it for my lunch, forgetting that there was the peanut butter and the jelly on it, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And I was like, what is going on? This is delicious. I
Right?
I don't know what it is, but it's all works together for some reason. So the Hangover Burger, that's definitely one. If you've never tried anything like that, if you're feeling adventurous, come and give it a try. It is really good. It is really tasty. But now let's get to your second favorite then. That's going to be the Boss Bovine. It's kind of our different spin off of a barbecue burger, like a kind of like a Texas style burger. So it's like a cheeseburger with bacon and barbecue sauce. But we're also going to put tater tots and coleslaw on the top of that as well.
Yep, that's the other one.
Yes. So you get a ton of textures in this thing, but all around it's just kind of a heavy duty barbecue bacon cheeseburger.
I think a lot of people around here are from at least the Midwest would like that burger because a lot of people put coleslaw on pulled pork.
Yeah,
So that is kind of that version. It's just not pulled pork, but it goes so good together.
exactly. Yeah, it's that kind of same mentality. And that's another thing is our coleslaw is we have like a house-made coleslaw that I personally am not a coleslaw fan, but I love our coleslaw, like that kind of thing. And so being able to utilize that in like a big ticket menu item is pretty fun.
Just to circle back real quick. So let's say if somebody wants the whiteout burger, can they order that without the ranch? Because what if they just love everything about it, but they just don't like ranch? Can they ask for no ranch?
Oh yeah, we are pretty easy with simple modifications and stuff like
Okay.
that. You can get the ranch on the side. You can take stuff off. You can add bacon to it. We've had people add bacon to the sandwich. Sometimes people like put their own spin off of our specialty burgers. So yeah, we're pretty flexible with stuff like that.
My kind of thought with that one is, I mean, I do like it the way it is, but this just came to me. Substitute the ranch for the barbecue sauce that's on the other one.
Ooh, I'm all right. Well, now I know what I'm trying for lunch when I get to work. I'm gonna have to do the barbecue whiteout.
That'd be awesome.
And you might even be able to do both. I mean, we have our Tipsy Tots dish that we've tossed both ranch and barbecue on. That's a pretty big hit.
May-
And so maybe you can do a combination of both.
Maybe I'll come up and try one of them, and I'll make a little video for the Door County Podcast YouTube page.
Yeah, we'll get you the custom whiteout.
I might also request that my wristband be tied to Todd's tab.
Okay, all right.
Anyway,
Well, you'll have to ask Todd about that one.
and just real quick, just go over like what's there for the kids. I mentioned the chicken tenders. I'm sure there's something for every little child that comes in there, or even young adults. A lot of teenagers these days, even into their early 20s, still kind of lean towards that kids menu. I've noticed.
We haven't necessarily dove into exactly a kids menu, but we're starting to slowly add more just generally kid-friendly things on the menu. We're trying to fight that balance because, we're also a tap house. You know what I mean? We're trying to make sure we're not, we're kid-friendly, but we're not kid-focused necessarily. But we are slowly adding more and more kid-friendly items to the menu. We just added a grilled cheese that you can get with soup, and then we can also substitute for French fries. We got French fries recently because you know how picky some kids can get, tater tots, but I like French fries, not tater tots or whatever. Our burgers, a lot of times the kids will get a burger because you can get a build your own burger, so you can get it nice and simple, just regular cheese, bun, and all that stuff. The grilled cheese was one we added that has become one of the bigger kid-friendly items. And a lot of our appetizers, sometimes a kid will just get some cheese curds with, a couple pieces of tenders. A lot of times they'll split one of the appetizers, something, and we can, a lot of times we'll like have a lot of shareable items in general. And so sometimes it's a lot of people will just do shareables with the kids, like we have a carnivore platter where you can build your own mini sandwiches. And I've seen kids, have fun with that. They want to put the little barbecue brisket on theirs and try to put coleslaw and pickles on their own little mini sandwich. And then it's now everyone is eating together the same foods and they're all sharing. That's a big thing with our menu is the shareables. Like we have a ton of like fun appetizers that are hearty enough that, if a big table gets 2 or 3 of them, they could have that as their whole meal.
Yeah, so basically the bottom line is you hit it on the head already with grilled cheese, chicken tenders, a regular burger, tater tots, fries. So there's definitely something for everybody.
Absolutely.
Even though, if you don't necessarily have a specific kids menu, there's plenty of stuff there that is basically like a kids menu.
Especially during the summer, like we have all sorts of games set out in the yard and stuff. Like we try to encourage all sorts of play in our space.
So
We have, of course, like a little duck machine and stuff like that. And don't forget the ice cream sandwiches.
So let's jump into that. What about the outdoors? It's big out there. You have a nice patio. You have the barn door there that or the garage style door that opens when it's nice. Talk about the outside. There's plenty of room for the kids to run around. And let's maybe start talking about some of the events and the bands because you guys have bands. And then at the end of the year there's the big Jeep Jam. So just I'm
Yes.
going to let you go. Just start telling the people like what's coming up, all the entertainment, and how it's more than just a restaurant. It's like it's the center of or the peninsula, but it also almost kind of sounds like the entertainment center of the peninsula with all the stuff that you have going on.
Absolutely. I like that. The entertainment center of the peninsula. We might have to start incorporating that into our into our marketing or something. So I am so excited to get outside. We just started our process of getting our outdoor setup ready. During the summertime, we'll have all like probably more people outside than inside. And that's kind of almost more of where we see people during that time. And so that makes so much fun for like us as employees. We get to be outside, and out in the nice summer days, chit chatting with everyone, getting some fresh air. And yeah, that's these big events we do for the summer. We try to do, if not every weekend in the summer, every like at least 3 of the big major weekends in the summer to have some sort of major event. And then we kind of are constantly back and forth between 2 kinds of general events. Like we usually try to do one live music with a bunch of different artists. Currently this upcoming weekend, we're going to have Jupiter Lynx. She's an artist that has worked with us several times. She's worked in the local area before. She does a lot of popular music, a lot of covers. We do a lot of cover artists for different things. And then the other major event that we'll have rotated throughout is karaoke. We have a big karaoke event that we do once or twice a month, I would say, during the summer, closer to twice or sometimes 3 times a month, depending on scheduling and whatnot. That's through Sound Expressions that comes and does that for us. Karaoke's been a fun one. Our staff gets involved. Our staff ends up singing a bunch, and having that stage outside is another really fun part with all these events. Getting people outside dancing around. You get to see the whole yard from the stage and whatnot. Having like a nice little like set up, some people playing games, some people singing, some people doing all those sorts of other stuff. It just ends up being a really fun party atmosphere during the summertime. So yeah, karaoke will actually be the following weekend after this weekend on the 9th. So we're kind of starting that formula back up again where it's like alternating between live music and karaoke events. But then we also have a lot of different little specialty events, something that is a little different from just a live music event or a karaoke event. One thing we had just recently, in April 25th, Elvis came to the building. We had an Elvis impersonator come in. We had a packed house to see Elvis. It was pretty fun. You guys you definitely have to check out our Facebook page, the Thirsty Cow Taphouse Facebook, because we post a lot of videos from our events. We did a luau in spring when it was like freezing cold and rainy, but we had everyone in the cow dressed in Hawaiian shirts, and then we did a limbo contest. So it comes back to what I originally said at the beginning, that we're very activities focused. Like we are constantly looking for fun stuff to do. One of the more interesting things that we've been doing annually, we have the Open Door Bird Sanctuary come out to the cow, and they bring a bunch of birds, predator birds. Yes, like raptors. That's the word they like to use for it, is the predator birds. So you'll bring owls, they'll bring falcons, they'll bring hawks. There'd be people eating outside, and then people outside, looking at owls. Like there's just people like I would walk into the front door, and there's a guy with this beautiful owl right in the front of our restaurant. I was like, oh wow, this I forgot it was Open Door Bird Sanctuary Day today. Yeah, we try to add in other fun little different kinds of events like that. So yeah, Open Door Bird Sanctuary, that's going to be June 19th this year. So if you want to see some cool birds and stuff like that, we have another animal themed event in August, August 7th. We do Dog Days of Summer, and that's another fun thing about us in the summertime is that we're very dog friendly as well. So not only are the kids get to have fun, but if the family dog as well is also invited. Like we keep dog treats. We have actually a dog burger on the menu, so you can order like an unseasoned burger for your dog. We got dog bowls all over the place. So we're also very dog friendly. But yeah, we do August 7th, we do like a Dog Days of Summer event. We do like there's like a kind of a trick show type thing. Sometimes the police canine will do the demonstration. Just all sorts of we'll just have some activities for the dogs to be playing around. So a lot of these are like these big specialty events where we do a little bit more than just live music or karaoke. We try to really get the community together, and a lot of times these kind of events will end up getting some other small businesses to set up stands and stuff, so we turn it into like a little market kind of thing. We've had events where we have everyone park on the farm field, and then we fill up that entire farm field, and then we use our entire parking lot for stands, for setups, and we just turned the whole cow into a marketplace. Like we turned the whole place into this whole event space. And I think that's really fun about our place is how we utilize our space and the varying levels of events that we work with it.
That's pretty awesome. I got another one for you. The Thirsty Cow Taphouse, the Something for Everybody place.
The Something for Everybody place. I like that. Oh man, I got to write all these down.
Because
but yeah,
you already got it. You got the animals, the dogs, you have the entertainment that a lot of other places do, but then the one thing that's left is there's a lot of Jeep people out there, and that is a great event to raise money for a good cause, is the Jeep Jam.
Yes, that's exactly where we're leading up to. And right after the Dog Days of Summer, the Open Door Sanctuary, September 12th, we have our biggest event of the year every year. Todd has done such a great job of organizing such a massive event. When I've only been here one full year. It's actually close to my anniversary living here in Door County. And last year was my first ever Jeep Jam. And I felt like every single person in Door County was able to go to Jeep Jam. That's kind of how it was. It was such a big and fun and just very sweet event. Obviously, the main focus for Jeep Jam is raising money for door cancer. That's a major part of what we're trying to do at the Cow, is just raising money for this cause. And to see so many people come together for this event is just so much fun. And it's an all day thing. It is we're talking, we open way earlier and we close way later. We start the whole day off with a brunch breakfast deal, set up a whole kind of breakfast buffet for all of our Jeep goers, get them all ready for the day, maybe get a band early on. And that's another event that will have a lot of vendors around. It turns more into a marketplace. So we have we fill up that whole parking lot with all sorts of different stuff, and we do tons of different raffle baskets. So that's one of the ways we raise money for door cancer. We do stuff we'll have 3 bands playing throughout the whole day, with all sorts of different events in between. So we'll do auctions in between. And that was pretty wild to see on that day. I had never seen our yard so filled up, and it was just shoulder to shoulder with people. And to see on our stage outside, a true auctioneer and people actually, raising all this money for door cancer and all that, it's just a really fun, really wild event in terms of just how many people really come together for this cause. We had, I think, over 150 Jeeps for the ride. When they do the ride, when you look at that, the farm field that everyone's parked in, it takes up, just goes on for different ways. And the 150 was just the people who had Jeeps. We still had like way more cars of just people just trying to come in and have fun with the event with us and just, join in on the action.
I appreciate this event a lot because I'm not going to go into the whole story here, but basically in 2023, I needed the help of Door Cancer and they helped me out. And I love this giving back to a local organization like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we have our own connections to this as well. I just will say, that is a very near and dear topic for us as well. And that's very important for.
Let's just say there are a lot more people that everybody that you run into or meet that have been touched by that in their life. A lot more than you would think. That's one of my favorite organizations in this county to give to. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that do a lot of good, but this is one of them good ones that you can see happen right in the community. They help people in these situations, and it's awesome. It's a good event. Thank you to all of the other organizations that are like that help people in different ways. This is just one that you guys support, so that's why we're talking about that the most here in this podcast episode. Because it's a Door Cancer benefit, it's a Jeep Jam, and in the end, the whole entire day doesn't seem like you're trying to raise money and help out somebody. Everybody's just having fun. And at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. And everybody's happy. And you helped out the community in a good cause. From what I understand from when Todd started the Jeep Jam, you can fact check me. Somebody can fact check me. But I think the amount of Jeeps have doubled and tripled. It goes up huge every year. And then you mentioned all the other people that don't have Jeeps that just want to come out for a good time.
Oh, absolutely. I'm pretty sure one of the years between years, they at least doubled or tripled. I'm not sure from last year to this or from 2 years ago to last year, what the numbers were. We definitely have been going up every single year for the attendance. It's so much fun to see. And that's a common theme that we've started to kind of adopt into our other events, when we set up this newer event, the charity music bingo, that's kind of the same mindset, get people having fun, but also doing something good for the community. And it's something easy to do for the community. You know what I mean? It's have fun for the community. We incorporated that, into our music bingo night. We made it so, people can win prizes like burgers, like cow stuff and whatnot. But all their money for the bingo cards is going to help a monthly charity. And our past month, we did the Special Olympics. We had our last night. We raised almost $400 in one night for the Special Olympics this past week. Everyone was singing along, having a good time, just kind of goofing around. You wouldn't have even thought it was a chair, the purpose was to raise money. You would have thought it was just a party.
Yeah, and that all comes down to ownership. And like I said, there's a lot of good people in Door County, and Todd and his wife and all the staff there. It's definitely in that group for sure. So
Absolutely. This is a beautiful business that he has built, and it is so exciting to see how much the community has responded with Jeep Jam, with all these major events, just how everyone talks about this place and all the good stuff. I'm so grateful to be a part of such an awesome place, such an awesome business.
All right. Well, I think we have a lot of stuff here that we talked about, a lot of events, a lot of things people can take note of. So to make it easier, you mentioned the Facebook page. Is that where you would want people to go, or is there a website? I know there's Instagram. Where could somebody go and find a schedule or keep up to date on postings of this stuff that's coming up so they can plan? Let's say somebody's listening right now in Chicago and they come up to Door County every year, or they're in Florida and they find this podcast and they hey, I like that event. Let's go up there this weekend this year or something. So where can people go to stay up to date on all things the cow?
Yes. The number one place for us for making sure what's going on is Facebook. The Thirsty Cow Taphouse Facebook page is our main source of communicating to our customers. We do have our events in Destination Door County. We do put them out in the Pulse, like we put them in the local papers. But for those of you like who are out of town that want to visit us or have interest in visiting us from somewhere else, I would say the best bet is our Facebook page. We put constant posts for daily goings-ons and our daily specials, and we have all of our events laid out on the Facebook page as well. So you can see all the stuff going on our events page and all that good stuff.
Well, there you go. Go
so
find,
yeah.
just go find the Thirsty Cow, especially if you're not from around here and you're wondering, what is a cheese curd? I still can't believe that's like a Midwest thing, but come to the Cow, have a cheese curd, have some great local beers, some entertainment, and some fun. It's a place for everybody. If you have anything you want to say, go ahead, Kyle. Now's your time. Otherwise, we're going to finish this episode.
We are going to have a blast this summer. Please come out to see us. We got beers, burgers, brews, live music. Have a blast with us. And we are open all year round. So even if you're coming up during the off season, please come swing by. You will have a good time.
I appreciate all your time coming on here and telling everybody about the Cow. Hopefully people will come check it out, and make sure you find them on Facebook and Instagram. That is going to do it for the Thirsty Cow Taphouse. We will probably have another episode with them at some point throughout the season. But until then, go find and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and everywhere else you can find them. And there you go. Thank you, Kyle, again for coming on the Door County Podcast and telling everybody about the Thirsty Cow Taphouse. Go check them out. I greatly appreciate everybody listening to this. If you want to help the show, please just hit the follow button on whatever platform you're listening. Follow, like, and subscribe. All of that stuff is free for you. And don't miss out. We have some exciting stuff coming up this summer. It's not just interviews. And make sure you follow the YouTube and Facebook pages and all of that stuff. We have a couple really good interviews coming up in the next week or two with some great local businesses and a fun place as well. So here's where you can find the Door County Podcast, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss out. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at Door County Pod and on YouTube at Door County Podcast. Feel free to email the show with stories, questions, or if you are a business owner and would like to see what it takes to be a part of the show, doorcountypod@gmail.com.